That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Giants. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Staton. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Deep to return is Calvin Austin.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. You talk about this Giant defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Staton fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll set up to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Mark Andrews with an amazing diving catch.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Throwing. Hooker.
And the catch made by Hopkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley.
And able to get this to the 31. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba. Runs through the contact. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On play action, they'll throw.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll get this to about the 38.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Hooker's going to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
18 rattle.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
He finds Hopkins complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Hooker now on 2nd down.
That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Hooker looking to throw.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hooker.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 official. officially.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Hooker.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Reload.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down, here's Barkley again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Here's Hooker to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Hooker. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Okay, break.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. And complete to Smith-Njigba.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 31 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
35. Broncos 12.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get to it.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This now a 3rd and 4.
A handoff to Barkley, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will remain at 23. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Banks. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back, because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Staten.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she loved that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna look me at the tell her it's not that. For the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1